Good afternoon. Jar Jar, how's it going? And Days, how's it going? Make screen. All right, I'm gonna keep working on the leyline system. I think I figured out my problem. I had a couple problems. So, gonna minimize this, get out of that. There we go. We are ready. I'll put this in the corner. There we go. Hey, Jar Jar and Vice. How's everyone this evening? I am doing great. I got my my bandages off. Good to go. Good news. I am not susceptible to tuberculosis. I'm doing great. Have today off, so for the next couple of hours, gonna be doing some modding. Who doesn't have at least a couple of problems? Well, I guess if you nitpick things, yeah, a couple of problems. You can always find issues, right? So, this is one of the tests. I made a couple of tests, and it seems like everything is going the way I want it to. So, if we look here, the transmutation altar is actually connected to the Nexus. And I see the accurate stored mana amount too, 2,500. This one, it actually sees the transmutation altar. I didn't pretty up the name, that's just the regular name for it. But I get the position for that. Connected devices is 1, so that actually goes up and down. If I break this, it goes to 2,500 because it no longer senses your runes everywhere. And that's now 2,500. So it is dynamically pulling the information based on what it's linked to. Happy days, let's make sparkly wands. I do want to make the wand a tool that you can use. Damn, feels nice to watch the stream and not being 10 p.m., right? Isn't that nice? Oh, and another thing too, I have this, and if I break this, it will clear the items, you know, that it's connected to. If I put this back, yeah, see, it had already cleared it, and then you could just link this with that, and there we go, you have the link again. So there's no magical particles or anything yet. I do want to put some sound effects in, some particles, but really just getting that base system is where it's at. Let's put the rune back down, 2,500. If I build... if I build the other part of it, it should go up to 5,000. Boop, 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 and boop. There it is, 5,000. So this can hold 5,000 mana now. And so can this. This can see the 5,000 mana. Daytime! So is the obelisk craftable, or is it found in the world? Well, this is now the Nexus. This is going to be something that you clay form, and you cast transmutation on it to turn it into the Nexus. So you'll be doing some world magic. Magic! So, I'd say that is a win. Now, the system, I need to do some iterations on it. Now that it's saving all the information, I need to have contingency plans here. I need to find... My first obstacle is how do I link this to multiple things? You know what I mean? So, for instance, this is like position 1 that I'm statically putting it into. How do I deal with putting it in a certain position, right? So, like, let's say I want to attach another one of these, or another object. It's got to go to like 2, 3, 4 until it gets to the maximum, and then it needs to give an error code that it's full and that you can't add anymore. So we need to figure that out. Also, so if I break this, the transmutation altar forgets the information, but it's not the same, you know, this way. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. We also need to clean this up a little bit. I need to pass the correct information into here, because right now that's just a static. I also need to, under connected devices, I would like to have the list that you see overhead with the names, and then I want to put a little red box to where you could just like click to like, you know, remove devices that way. That would be nice, but the first thing, I think we can try and get this, oh, you know what? The first thing we have to do, this only works on the transmutation altar. We are gonna have to, I have to make a new block entity, for this. Adverts be back. All right. Advertisements. The damn Twitch. Let's go into the GUI. Let me try to fix, let me try and fix the Nexus GUI. This may be easy. Maybe. All right, so let's get rid of that and that. All right, so it's 5,000 if I break this, 2,500 if I break that, 250. Ooh, we got it. We got it. Put the rune back. There it is. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hey, Severed Skulls. Would be cool if there would be ones that are found in the world unbreakable, or if you break it, it's gone. And as more stored mana cap. Idea being it taps directly into ley lines. Nah, I'm not really seeing that blurry. What I want to do is I want to have like obelisks, maybe, you know, something that you can like look at and gain knowledge from. But I don't really want to add a lot of things in World Gem. If you happen to have like the Better Ruins mod, then sure, having some things, you know, in that will do. But I don't want to do World Gem. Specifically because I want this mod to be as easy to pull out of a world as possible. I don't want all this world gen and making all this ore and, you know, special plants and stuff, and then you remove my mod, and then your world's like a speckled, you know, speckled bits of like, you know, the white box with the red, you know, question marks. Right? So I don't want to do world gen because also it does, my magic will be hard to do in existing worlds. So, but obelisks, you know, something like that, I'm considering what to do. That would probably be a block that I would have, like, if I do make something for the Better Ruins mod, I would have, like, I would probably make, like, a little barren section or something, like a druid ring, and then have that obelisk in the middle of it. Maybe I can make a barrier block to where you have to have magic unlocked in order to even pass through to be able to look at the obelisk. I'm still not even sure what I would give people as a reward for it. So, good advertisements. I feel more informed. That's good. All right, it was worth it. Just thought you scratched the obelisks out. Yeah, well, I wanted to reserve the name. Like, this doesn't screen obelisk to me. You know, like, this Nexus makes more sense because it's a ley line, right? It's a culmination of like an ethereal mana connection to things, right? It's like mana power. So I like the term Nexus better. Obelisk I see as like, you know, V, wide, tall, you know. As complete to be played on its own, you will be doing a quest book with this. As complete to be played on its own, you will be doing a quest book for this. I'm not sure how to read that. Vexus, I got a ley line down my lower back. I thought you were gonna say right here in my trousers. maybe it's just because that's what I would say. But if anything, this is working. This is not going to extend to my other station blocks, so let's go ahead and fix that. Yay, 5,000 mana stored. Oh, and I also have to make this system work for the light and the dark Nexus blocks as well. So we're gonna shut down because I'm gonna have to make something. I really hope this isn't gonna be annoying. Really hope this is gonna be all right. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I have eye texture position and then container. That's the same thing. Oh, no! I won't be able to do what I wanted to do. I'm gonna have to individually search for things. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, I can do that. That's fine. So we have the Nexus. The first one's the Transmutation Altar. I'm going to comment those out since I have a working system. What the hell's all... Oh, okay, this is me sending my packet. All right. Your mod will be playable without the need for other mods. So it's a complete and play it on its own. I was wondering if you will have a quest book with your mod. Well, see, that's what you mean, like the guidebook, the helper? Because I will have one of those. If you're talking about, like, are you talking about, like, with another mod, like a quest book? I still don't understand. But yeah, my mod will be playable without other mods. Leyline! Alright. Let's add the, let's add some other stuff here. So that's the Transmutation Altar. You know what? I'm not going to add the Sanctum because I still don't know why it would even need to be connected right now. Unless, you know what? I should add the Sanctum because maybe you can use the leyline energy to level up. It doesn't matter, bud. All right. That works for me. I'm like, quest book, I mean, there's that journal, I think, right? I have no idea. I hope no quest books, as really there is built-in guide in game. Oh, are you talking about like Ars Magica, right? Like they have like the in-game item, you can make the book and you'd open it up and it's like the guide and all the lore and all that stuff. Sanctum! Yeah, I'm still gonna have to do this. Sanctum. Yeah, kind of thing, so it's played more as a mod pack. No, I'm not gonna do that. I am definitely not gonna do that. Station. Yeah, something like that. I'm already regretting making a guidebook because the thing is so out of date. I have to rewrite the whole thing. And it's the thing I hate doing the most. I hate writing guidebooks. I hate writing guides. It's not fun for me. And I knew I would eventually have to do it with the magic mod. I try to add a lot of tips in game though, to where it's like, maybe you don't need to consult the guidebook. Maybe. But then again, maybe you do. There we go. Alright, so let's copy this. So that's going to be the Transmutation Altar, the Sanctum, the Oculus will be the next block. The Oculus. I could see the allure in having a guidebook. I'm thinking about it. I could see why people would want it. It is kind of cool opening it up and having like pictures, and if you want to read a little about the lore, it's there. But I am not a lore guy. I am, but I'm not. I'm not about like describing a lore. You know, I would rather like add obelisks and stuff and have you experience the lore. And not only that, with my guidebook, I've actually gotten feedback from people through DMs and Discord that I say too much in the guidebooks. And I'm going to ruin it. I'm going to ruin the fun. How is it put? Like, I'm going to ruin the... It's pretty much like I'm ruining the fun of the mod by just telling people what to do. And people can't experiment at all. Wasn't expecting those kind of people to come out. I'm like, it's a fucking guidebook. Don't read it if you don't want to read it, you know? like what are you doing? Sounds like a you problem. I quite like paths, yeah, but a lot of people, like, I'm not talking about, like, you know, I'm talking maybe 3 or 4 people, right? But still, in a smaller community, that was surprising, getting that for the guidebooks. I'm like, okay, duly noted. Next time, just don't read the damn guidebook. I'm not gonna remove the guidebook, you know? I spent too long on that thing. Don't make me pull this mod around. You're gonna take that guidebook and you're gonna like it. That was just very interesting. Okay, so for the Sanctum and the Nexus, I need to add this variable. That way we can look for it. To copy this, I need to go to the from attributes. We're going to add this. Again, from, whoops. From attributes, add, the Nexus is good. So really it's just these two. And then 2 attributes would be this. 2 attributes here. And then I think I'm doing one more thing. 2 more things. Block info. Oh yeah, look at all of this stuff we don't need. Whoop. Instead, we're gonna have to put all that in. Same thing with this. Info, block info. Shit, what is all this stuff? Wait a minute, I can't just delete this. I gotta add to it. Oh, it's SB. There we go. So that should add the capability. Well, most of it. There's one more part that I think we have to do. Ah, yes, this. Hold on, I'm going to say removes. There we go. So this is going to be the thing that removes the Nexus connection if it doesn't see a Nexus block available. Oh shit, I don't even have a ticker on this. Holy crap. All right, so we are gonna put a ticker on this right here. We're gonna do a private void. I'm gonna say on, whoops, on, oh my god, on 1000 ms tick. We're gonna take in the float DT. All right, and I am going to have to register this right in initialize. Oop. You know what? Not right there. Put it right there. Perfect. You mean guidebooks as addition to built-in guide? I myself am against item-based guide quest books because VS is quite good as to not let easy, or as it's not as easy to navigate. Okay. Which do you prefer modding for, VS or Minecraft? Or is it like chalk and cheese? Honestly, VS. I didn't even have to think hard for that. VS. Hands down. 100% VS. Let me tell you, nothing really aggravates you more than getting a null point exception that you cannot pass because it's Java, and it shuts down the whole game, and then you try and fix it, and then it takes like 5 to 7 minutes for Forge to deem loading up so you even get back into the world. Most of your changes have to be made like by shutting down the game. So even UI changes, like a lot of times you'll be like, uh-oh, you know, I need to move this over just a little bit. I don't know if this is a positive or negative. Well, I guess it's going to take me 10 minutes to adjust that variable because I got to start up the game and then log in and check it and then see, oh, nope, it was the wrong way. Whoops. It's a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. Not only that, Forge had, like, when I was in Forge, it was a pretty toxic environment. That Lex guy was, you know, I guess if you don't like cursing, plug your ears, but that guy was a freaking dickhead. That guy was a piece of shit. One of those people that you would just love to like meet in person and just punch them in the face like as hard as you could. One of those kind of people. Just mean for no reason. Or you'll ask for something on the forums and they'll be like, learn Java. Thanks. So helpful. Anyways, I'm working on a small commission for an MC server. Just added web map for it, and it's pretty damn neat as a 3D as well. I can send you a link for that. Well, I mean, I think I've seen, yeah, the web thing, like what was it called, DIN maps at the time when I played. Yeah, that shit's pretty cool. I bet answer will be one having null point exception and the other one not. Yeah. You can read minds. Yeah. Hey, Kiptrix, my man. Is there a solution for mod uninstallation where you have another mod that removes missing blocks from the uninstalled mod? This would be proprietary, made by the dev of the uninstalled mod. You know, I've never really thought of that. I mean, not that I know of. I mean, I think that's why a lot of modders, right, make a backup of your world, right? Because once their mods in and they start going through the world gen and that block's not there, I mean, you're going to have the white box with the red question marks scattered all throughout. Like, you may be able to, maybe if someone could make a mod that will, like, go, but then you're going to have to comb through all of the explored chunks looking for blocks that don't exist in, like, the registry. And then what are you going to set those to, right? Like air, you know? But then it's your world's going to look like Swiss cheese. Or if you do stone, it's going to look like filled in Swiss cheese with stone. I have no idea. This move just cost us 10,000 years. Bah! Severed Skulls, Vice, quick question. How are you getting the iWorld block accessor from your block entities? You said your obelisk is scanning blocks around it. How? I'll show you. So it's this guy right here. So I created two methods. I just got to find them. Oh, wait, that's the GUI. Here we go. I'm like, wait, none of this looks right. Suspicious. I think it's much further down. On Fusion Tick. Okay, so I could show you this part, right? So on Fusion Tick, to limit the amount of calls, here we go. So I have it checking every 1 second here. There we go. And it's running these two methods. So I check to see if you have the tier 1 upgrade. basically I do it on the server side, and I just get the position. I make sure that the position is something. I create a block, a minimum and maximum block to go through, and then I just do this block access begin, and then I walk through the minimum and maximum area, and then each time it encounters one of my runes, my particular runes, it adds to the counter, right? So in this, and I'll show you, I'll log into the world and show you what it looks like, because I had to think, like, how am I going to see change in the world without bogging things down? Man, I gotta clean my area. I drink a lot of damn soda during the day. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 11 soda cans over there. I cleaned it a couple days ago. Right, so basically I take the position, I go -1, -1, and then that's my minimum, and then I just do +1, +1, right? So it's looking for this. So it's going to just check these, and if it equals 8, right, because the middle can't be the block, then I know that you have enough runes wrapped around. The other one actually just does point checks based on the position. All it's looking for is that you have the correct block here. You could have these floating if you wanted. And I did that because I don't want to limit people's creativity by having to use some kind of blocks or doing anything. Maybe you want something like this, and you want, you want pillars to be like attached to the ceiling. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to stifle people's creativity. But still, this is the same as this. So, block access, is that an inherited variable? I don't need the nitty-gritty, just can't figure out how to get the accessor. Oh, I'll show you. It's a variable I made. Where did I put it? There you go. Caching block accessor. That bad boy right there, and you initialize it with that. So you're just getting the caching block accessor from the world, and you're just making it a variable to call. I mean, I suppose you could just do this and then do whatever you need to do, like begin or break block or whatever, but yep, that's what you do. That's what I do. I don't know how efficient it is. I guess I'll find out, but I have seen this same approach with other things. Oh shit, derp. That's all right. I mean, so far it's been running fine. So yeah, hooray! What was I working on? Oh yeah, so let's try to link other things here. Can you link? I wonder if I could link one of these to itself. So I'm just going to do these two. Good. You cannot. That would have been weird. But I can link that to that. Yeah, that works. All right, let's pull out a Sanctum, and let's also pull out a Oculus, which I need to redo stuff for. Boop, boop. There we go. All right, so I'm going to link this. There we go. We got the Oculus. See, it did not get rid of the altar here. So I'm going to have to set something up on the Nexus to where if you... You know what? I don't, because I just overwrote it. Appreciate it. Yeah, I only saw the do place blocks pass on the variable. Was like, cool. And that's the block, though. How do I get it on the entity? Yeah. What happens if two Nexuses are using the same runes? Or those... Well, I was going to say, like, I mean, if you wanted to, technically, you could do this. This will get the benefit from the runes here. They can share runes. They can share blocks as well. So, I mean, if you wanted to have something, you know, your best bet would be probably... Right, so if I start off with this being my pillar runes, so this could go here. Right, so, and I can reuse those two. And then I can do that. That. See, now that's 5,000 as well. So they can reuse the same stuff. I'm trying to make it like... Trying to make it as easy to use, right? Like, I don't want to stifle things, but I also don't want you to have, you know, rows and rows and rows of these cluttered in an area and trying to, like, pick and choose and do something cheesy and dumb. I want you to, like, build something in the world and have it look cool. Any progress with the pet AI crash? Yeah, I told Gerst what the problem was. I pointed out the one line of code that needs to be commented out. That was quite a few days ago. That was actually last weekend. I will check right now to see if there's an update. Beep, 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 beep. Last I knew, Oates was going to talk with them, and Verlia. I don't know if you're still there. Were you able to talk with Gerst? All right, let's do Pet AI. Nope. No update. Not much I can do. I pointed it out. I got the crash report. If I knew how to use Harmony, I would probably just write something in Harmony to like overwrite that. Because it's one line of code. That's it. And it's not even used anymore. I remember back in the day before Tyrant put the raft in. The mounting system was kind of borked a bit. It worked, but it was weird. So I used a different approach. I had it to where there was this bug where you would sign in and you would still be like mounted on your entity, but the client and server didn't agree that you would be. So I think it was like maybe the server knew that you were mounted, but the client didn't, or vice versa. So you would get some weird stuff. So we had to find a way to where when the player first logs in, you know, that it tried to dismount them from whatever it thought that they were writing. He did it through a registered callback, which is the thing that's crashing right now because I use registered callbacks for my buff system, and I don't understand how his works. You know, because it didn't make sense when I looked at it. But it probably did help at the time, but now that I need to use register callbacks to put buffs on people and to time the buffs, that seems to be what's having the crash. What I did to do that is I would look for the event for the player logging into the server, and once they were ready to play, I would run that dismount on the back end, and that's how I did it with my machines mod. But at a point, like, I saw that he put the actual mounting, you know, the system in, and he kind of fixed that stuff. So, would it be possible for someone like me to make a patch for that? Very little modding knowledge. I don't think you can patch it. The change has to happen in a class file, not through a JSON. So there's no patch for that. That's why I mentioned Harmony. If someone knows how to do a Harmony patch, someone could disable it. I could give them the exact class file and line of code it is. But yeah, I mean, that's where it is. I have no idea. I would like for Pet AI to work, because I think it would be kind of cool because I am eventually going to make monsters. I'm going to make elementals. I want to make like a broom, you know, that you can ride on. I got all these magic ideas. And it would be nice to have other creatures in the world as well that you can use magic spells on. Like Hiptrix has that awesome fantasy creatures mod. Oh my god. I want to battle that dragon. It's fire attack. I want to put on my fire shield, and I would love for it to have a weakness like the undead. I would love to fight those skeletons with like a heal spell, right? And just bombard them with heals. If you want assistance with monsters, I'm down. Yeah, I have to think about what I'm gonna have. Like I envision elementals are gonna be the first monsters. I want to have different versions of elementals. So there'll be like 6 elemental types, and I would like to have a couple variants. I would like to have some that are flying, some that are kind of like ground, maybe some that are water, although some of the elements aren't going to really make sense being water. You know what I mean? Like I don't foresee water creatures being a thing. I could just imagine people bitching and complaining about water creatures. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure people are going to be like, "Oh my god, I'm in my raft or in my boat and you made them too fast." And it's like, "Well, sorry." But I guess if I were to do something like that, let me look at my elements. I believe... Here we go. So we have fire, frost, electricity, gravity, heal, and poison. The only thing that I can really see, like, oh yeah, that could be a water creature, maybe gravity, maybe? Like, fire makes no sense. Frost would be weird, you know? Like, oh, it's frost, but it's in water, that it's not freezing. Electricity would just short-circuit in water. Heal? I mean, heal doesn't make sense to have a water version of... well, maybe it does. I don't know. Poison? I don't know. Poison would get diluted in water, right? Like, none of that makes sense to me. So, but all of this stuff, like, definitely ground and definitely, like, a flying variant of these kind of monsters would be cool. I was thinking of doing, like, a type of drifter where I can... That would be one of the creatures where I can just, like, accent some of it to where it's, like, you could see what element it is kind of breaking through it. And then I could have, like, a pure elemental creature that's on the ground. Like, you know, one of the evolved forms, and then you could then I could have like a flying version of these, you know, that may be a little faster but uses like ranged, maybe kind of like my unstable without the explosion and without being as killer as my unstable is. The unstable, like, if you're in water, you're fucked. Like, you're dead, you're done, they got you. They're probably going to blow you up because you're too slow. They're going to wait for you to come up, and they're going to start shooting you rapidly with chaos bolts. Like, they're brutal. They are so brutal. On land, unstable or easy. So. I suggest that to my admin server boy using a lot of mods with Pet AI. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I pointed it out. There are like 4 mods that uses Pet AI. Yeah. Waterbenders could heal an avatar. Yeah, they could. They could. I know. I actually, that's one of my shows that I loved, like, as a kid. Friggin' Avatar. Oh man, so awesome. Hey Sarah, I heard you, but I was signing. Oh, signing to me, Mom. I got you. Yay! All right, let's go back in the game. Boop. So we got some things to do to kind of make the system a little more mature. I just sent a message to Gerst. Yeah. It'd be kind of cool to talk with Gerst again. He's a nice guy. I like Gerst. Gerst. And I remember his name. It just took me talking to him. I used to be like, Grust? Granst? It started with a G. Gerst. I remember it now. He's a nice guy. Yeah, he is a nice guy. Definitely a nice guy. All right. So we need to think of a couple things. What happens when I break a nexus? I cut the grust off my grust. I cut the grust off my sandwiches. I actually, you know what? You know what I do? I eat my sandwiches backwards, so I have like the crappy crust part of the bread first because I really like the smooth, like, top of the bread. Like, that's my favorite in a sandwich. That and the middle are my favorites. So, like, I eat the crap first. That way, I just have nothing but good to look forward to. Little fun fact about the eating habits of Vice. You know what we should work on? We should work on the connections for this. So if I were to connect something else, it needs to go into the next available position. So we're gonna have to modify some of our code. Hooray! Wow, so great. There we go. Just had to find the right tool. All right, so in order to do this, it's going to be in here. We are going to have to do a couple checks. We'll have to do a couple checks in here. Kanaka, thanks for the follow. I crust first on my bread as well. My girlfriend sees that as an unholy thing. I used to, when I was younger, I'd squeeze my sandwiches and I would just eat around it like I was like eating the skin off an apple. I would just get the crust done with, and then you just have nothing but the really good part, right? Kind of want a sandwich now. I want a sub. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a string. I'm gonna call it leyline slot equals 0. You know what? Not 0. Equals. I will default it to 1. I may make this into a switch statement. I'm not sure. I just stumbled across your magic mod for Vintage Story. Was super interested to see your mod on stream. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, yeah, that would be 17. Yep. I only know that because I played Final Fantasy in my youth, so Roman numerals. You kind of have to know. Yeah, if you stick around, you'll actually see a lot of differences in the mod that I have out now versus Magic 2.0, which is what we're working on here. We're working on the leyline system, so to be able to power your devices, you'll be able to connect to the leyline network, right? Which will be connecting your blocks to one of the Nexus blocks. And then, of course, the UI for it. So, all right, let's work on this here. So we're gonna have the slot. Super cool, yeah. It's gonna be so much better than the first alpha that I put out. So I'm going to have to loop through some things. You know what I need to do? I probably should stick this at none. And then I can say I'm gonna have to do if I'm gonna have to get the block entity. So if the block entity dot, this would be leyline station 1 equals null. I think these are nulls as I get rid of them. Think so. So if it does not equal null, then we're gonna use, oh man, I deleted the key. Shoot. There we go. So I think this is how I'm going to assign it. And then what I can do is a final if statement. And I can say if this equals, I will put none in here. So if it does not equal none, then I'm going to assume that it's a valid key, and I will set it. I think that's what I'll have to do. And then I think what I can do here, instead of setting it like this, I could... I think I know what I'll end up doing here. I can say BE Nexus dot No, it's going to be the attributes nexus dot get. Oh my god, if I could spell. There we go. Get vector 3i. I could do this as that kind of double tap. So I can set it and then I can change. Oh, although I would have to find... This is okay. I'm going to have to just create another variable. I'm going to have to say vec3i. And I'll say leyline POS. So the leyline position will equal null. There, I could do this. Because that should capture... No, but I still need to... Alright, I'll have to figure this out. I'll have to figure it out. First things first, I'm going to comment this out. We need to make sure that the correct tag is being put in. I'm only going to have 8 connected devices at a time. This is going to be a nested if statement, so we're going to do else if. And I'm just going to cruise on down. Here we go. This would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So at least when we send this out, we're going to do a quick check in the Nexus and see if there is an available slot. If there is an available slot, we're going to update the key, which will turn it off of none. So then if we see that it's not none and it's actually one of these, then we can send the packet with that information. So it should put it in the correct slot, if all goes well. Now I'm going to have to do this same kind of thing to the packet that we're sending. So let's pull that up and then let's test. So it should be in here. So if we are adding... I'm actually going to put it in here. I don't need to do this. Let's undo that. I'm not going to make any changes in my packet. What I will do is copy this. Right, because if we come in here and I can say if this leyline dot leyline slot. All right, I will copy this. That's okay. I'm going to have to turn this into a method just so I don't have duplicate code, but that should be fine. I'm going to cut this out. We're going to paste this. So all I have to do now is change this to leyline slot, right? So as long as there is room on the Nexus that you're trying to add it to, we can send the packet information. All right, let's give it a try. All right, you are going to go away. This and this. Okay, so we got the transmutation altar. Oh, look at that. Now it's saying 2. We need to... So it's seeing it. I'm just not displaying that information. So let's do that fast. Let's go under info. Yeah, see, so I'm going to have to do a couple more checks. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is going to have to be 8. You know, anything... Let's undo that. I'm just going to do a search and replace for these. Boop, 8. I'm gonna copy this. Let's do it in the selection. Look at that, 11 occurrences. Do the same thing up here. Instead of 8, this will be 7. And up here, instead of 7, it's going to be 6. So much faster doing it like this. Although I probably will end up turning this into a method as well. Oh well. So instead of 6, it's going to be 5. Instead of 5, it's going to be 4. You know what? Why don't I just turn it into a method now? Because this just needs to run as a void. And add to the line. Yeah, so I'm going to just turn this into a method. We're going to have to shut down the game. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's do a public void. I can say add leyline info to info box. And we're going to paste this in. So the first thing I'm going to need to get in is a vec3i. This will be POS in, so that'll be my position in. We will have to get the description here. I believe it's a string builder. Yep. I think that's all I need. Now, anywhere that it says that, we need to put in position. There we go. Where was I? Yeah, this gobbledygook looks about right. We're going to delete all of this out. Boop. Copy this. Paste it in. Right, and now all I have to do is put in this dot leyline station 1, and then DSC. So this should do the same thing as all of that. Just to double check, I'll make that a 2. So we should see 1 and 2. All right, let's rebuild, hop back in the world. I did just shut down, so we may have to relink things, because I did not gracefully shut down, and I probably should have. It's flat. How does it do that? I drink the zero sugar sodas. They go flat so quickly. All right. Wait, yeah, so I broke that. So we got 2 connections. 3 connections. 4, 5. So it's just, it's still showing me something here, but it's showing me like, I don't know, not right stuff here. I think this is gonna be fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is in the Nexus. It's evil! Oh, there we go. So there we go. We could see all 5 now. Just add some sugar to it yourself, yo. To it yourself, yo it. I don't know. No, I like the zero sugar stuff. I like it. What I'm talking about is the soda going flat. You should really use a dictionary. I know. Fat fingering. Boop. I do use dictionaries. I need to use them more often. That I actually do that. So the way I mod is I have two different like pass-throughs I do one pass-through like you see here. This is me just trying to build a system, get something stable. And the other one is when I do like code cleanup, I actually go into all of my code and I start deleting out things that aren't used anymore. Get rid of, any uncommented stuff. I'll look at something like this and I'll do something different. That's when I'll start to make dictionaries and or some kind of array or something. And I do that because I'm not even sure how I want things to look, how I want things to be represented, what ideas are going to work, what ideas are too much work. So copy and pasting something quickly, like what I did before, I would have been done with this section quickly and then just moved on. But I thought, no, because I know this is something that I'm going to want to do, something that I'm going to want to present. So I at least made it into a method so I don't hate myself as much earlier or later. But, for instance, like you see the names completely jacked up. I can't really get like a good localized name right now. So I got to figure that out. Yeah, there are some things to figure out. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, smarter. Well, it is smarter if you know what direction you're going to go, yeah, but I don't. There's some things that I should probably make as an enum, too. That I will eventually make an enum. But yeah, that's how I do it. So we got that. Look at that. We got a nexus there. What if I add this? So we got 6. There we go. So I see the Oculus slot. This, I should change the sanctum a little bit. I think I gotta go further down. Here we go. I'm thinking I want to put it here. There we go. So I could see if the nexus is connected. Which means I'm gonna have to account for an extra space here. That way it kind of spaces it out a little. There we go. That looks better. Now you can see what everything is connected to. Now let's do the next part. So if I break this nexus, I want to terminate the connection with everything else. Son of a bitch. Because that would be so on block broken. I'm gonna have to send something out. So let's look here. Broken. Here we go. On block broken. On block removed. Call when the block was broken in survival through explosions or similar. Generally in situations where you probably want to drop the block entity contents if it has any. I think I want to do on block remove. When the block at this position was removed in some way, removes the game tick listeners. Yep, so I want to put it in here. So I'm going to have to do something where... Basically, it's going to be what? Something like if this dot leyline, because I want to make sure that this does not equal null. Then I'm going to have to get the... Because this is a position. So I would have to... probably do this dot API dot world dot block accessor dot... See, I don't want to set a block. I want to get a block. I want to get a block entity from a position. This is going to be a new block position. Can be an X, Y, Z. So I'm going to get the block entity, and I can call this block entity test equals, right? Then I'm going to have to do a check if first it's going to be test does not equal null. Let's make sure that there is a block entity even there available. Then I'm going to have to You know, I'm going to have to get the tree attributes out. I think this is going to be the best way to do it. I'm going to move that over. So I'm going to grab the tree attributes for, in this case, it's just called test. Now I'm going to have to do a check to see if it has the attribute. So I'd say, like, if test dot test1 dot has attribute, and then I'm going to specifically look for RMR references dot nexus. Where is it? There it is. The station leyline block position nexus. If it has that, I want to remove it. Remove attribute. All right, let's test this out before I pretty it up. I'm thinking that's what I want to do. I'm not going to screw with this. We'll come over here. We'll just make a new one. So if I do this, this, and this, right? So I can grab this. Bam. It added it twice. And then 3. That's weird. Game error. Wah, wah. Oh, wait, that's if I break this. There we go. So that's what it should have been. Okay, let's try it again. I forgot. I'm like, wait a minute. This isn't right. So with that initial one, it's adding it in positions 1 and 2, it looks like. Oh, well. Well, that is not quite right, is it? All right. Well, shit. How the hell is it even doing that? Because it's clearly saying 2. Clearly saying 2. I may have something messed up here. Alright, so that's position 1. Position 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, do you know what would prevent that from happening? Hash maps / dictionaries. You know what? It probably would. Honestly, it probably would. I cannot argue that. I would like to argue that, but I cannot. Oh, you know what? It may be in my packet. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really use dictionaries too much. So I'm unexperienced in the lingo of dictionary. Woo, packet time! Alright, so what are we doing here? I'm grabbing that. Vector 3. I am statically setting position 1 here. You know, I don't think I need to do that. Don't think I need to do that. See, for this, it's just the Nexus position. Ad break right afterwards. It's because you question the streamer. You dare question the streamer. There we go. So that's part of it, right? If you end up breaking this... There, only one. So hash map wouldn't have helped. It was my mistake in the packet. Right, so I see two different transmutation altars. Both of these would be powered by this. If I break this, they're both gone. That's what we want to see. Boom. Do not question the code, wizard. Wizard. So now we have to do the reverse on these other things. If you break a transmutation altar, it needs to only remove itself from that particular Nexus position. Hey! Hello, dude! Just discovered the game. It seems awesome. What do you think about it? Well, I'm modding it. I think it's awesome. I think it's the next stage in Minecraft. Not saying it's like a Minecraft killer, right? Like, the mods for Minecraft are some of the best mods. But the sad part is the base game is really, really basic. Like, you could not pay me to play vanilla Minecraft. I very much like the foundation for this. Like, I mean, first thing when I recently, I think I was talking with you, Blurry, right? You were showing me a magic mod in Minecraft, and I'm looking around and I'm like, ugh, it looks dead. Like, you know, the leaves and everything, like, because you get used to the wind, right? You see the particles, you know, like you see everything blowing, like grass and everything. Yeah, VS Minecraft with extra steps. Yeah, like the world feels more alive. You know, like the crafting and stuff makes more sense. You know, this game's pretty awesome. I very much, this is my go-to game right now. Although soon, October 20th, I think Super Mario Wonder's coming out. I'm gonna be grabbing that, hands down, absolutely. And I'm debating on giving the Guild Wars 2 expansion a try. I'm still on the fence about it. I think I gotta watch some live streamers to see if I'd even be interested in it. And I also want to check out the New World expansion. But for this type of game, yeah, Vintage Story is my jam. Highly recommended. So we got 6 things connected here. We have some duplicates. You see that? We got a lot of duplicates. We need to make this system, we need to do a check to see if that XYZ coordinate exists. So we're gonna have to do that. Vexes! So if I break that, it undoes these. So first thing, okay, let's set it to where the altar, like all the other blocks, if you break them, they will release on the Nexus. Where's my Nexus at? Okay, unblock remove. So I'm gonna have to do this. You know, I guess let's just start on the Sanctum. It wasn't the block I was hoping to start with. No, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Transmutation Altar. That's been my rock for all of this. There we go. Boop. Okay, Transmutation Altar. We need on block. I don't even have a call for on block broken. What? No, I got to. I do. Okay, I was gonna say that. Oh wait, no, remove. This is what I want. On block removed. So I'm gonna have to say, right, if the connected nexus position does not equal null, I'm going to want to change out this X, Y, and Z to get that nexus block. Boop. Now, if it has... Oh, I can't do it that way because it's going to have a different attribute. Could I ask what's in what is modding? You mean how to make mods? I mean, I'm not sure what you mean, but Vintage Story uses C#, and you have a combination. You have two different mods. You can just have like JSON mods, or you can do C# with the JSON. Oh, what am I modding? I'm making a magic mod. So, right, let's pull out a basic staff. Oops. Although I think I have it kind of broken right now. Oh, I didn't unlock magic. All right, so let me unlock magic fast and I'll show you. Boop. Right, so you'll have like your magic spots. I can link up to a sanctum, soulbind, and then I can get spells. Let's pull up the Oculus block. I'll just make a quick spell. This will be a good test. Make sure things are working. Shit, was it Arcanus that you need? Did I do that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so what you do is like you unlock magic, and then you will be able to cast spells. Like I have transmutation, so like I could turn leaves into sticks. Right now it's going to be an instant cast. I gotta fix that. I just haven't done it yet. Right, so you'll end up using up your mana doing that. To get more spells, you have to make them in here, and then you'll get grimoires, and then the spells can be randomized. So there's like an average, but sometimes you'll get some that are good on mana, maybe a bad cast time. If it's an attack spell, it may be, maybe good, bad, indifferent, buffs, same thing, right? You will be able to improve those grimoires, and also if you die with anything socketed in your sanctum, it will take durability damage, so your spells can be destroyed if you don't take care of them. There we go. So I got the agility buff. Decreases caster armor, walk speed, penalty, and durability loss. So, I mean, that would be kind of good. So, like, I could socket it in here, right? And then I could pull up a staff. And then you can see in that slot, I now have the buff called agility. So fast now. Oh, that's the config Hexadin. It takes 1 minute in the config because that's as quick as I can make it. If other people want it to be that fast, they can by all means go into their config options and change it. Oh, by the way, Vice, I found out how to get around statics. Use the mod system. So to access my vasectomy. Oh, no, not vasectomy. All right, your mod system variables. Mod system equals mod system. Yeah. So do you have to make a mod system for do you have to make a mod system for the configs? Do you know? Is that through a mod system as well? Because the only static that I have, again, is my global dictionary. No, I just have it as a simple object. Yeah, because I forgot where I saw it, but I had to do a public static. I think it was on the wiki when I first put it in. I love how far you could throw things if you sprint in it. All right, here we go. So, summon arrow, lame. Come on, give me a good spell. Oh, I changed to disconnect mode. Oh yeah, see that's not even a spell that I have registered right now, so it won't even show up. I'll send you a screenshot your way when I get a stopping point on a roll right now. Yeah, that sounds good. But shouldn't need any statics anymore. All right, that sounds good. I mean, statics are in 2 places that I could think of. But it would be nice to clear off of them. Oh, I don't want to cast that buff. Come on, give me a good spell. Give me a projectile spell, a shooting spell. I want Summon Light. Give me Summon Light. Or Rust Orb. Those are my favorites. For testing, anyways. Come on. Life tap, are you kidding me? I don't even have life tap as a working thing. I could sign into the other world. I kind of wanted to show off Rust Orb. What you sipping on? I got me some... What do you got? Stew? I assume? This is Mountain Dew Baja Blast. It's delicious. Good luck on your modding. Gonna be great when finished. Already looks good. Yeah, this is completely different than the old modding system. I like this so much better. So much better. It's gonna be a lot more fun. Give me a good one. Oh, I got another summon arrow. Ugh. All right, I'm just gonna let that think about what it did. But yeah, I mean, it's a magic mod. I guess I gotta just it's a magic mod. All right, so if I link this and I link this, right? So I got 2 altars. Now I have to. I'm gonna save and quit. Let's gracefully shut down. Boop. I have to rewrite this. I'm gonna go ahead and rename this BE for my block entity. Dirakia? I'm horrible at names. Thank you so much for that follow. Thanks for watching. We need to get rid of some stuff here in the block entity. Heart. Maybe even one day when you retire, you will actually play the game. When I retire, jeez, man. Last time I properly played VS was 2 months ago. Modding ruined me. Yeah, it does that. It's so much fun to like create things. And this is the magic mod that I want to play with and I want to use. So, I will be playing the game once Magic 2.0 is out. So I need to look at the block entity for... This is going to be the Nexus particularly. So I can call it by getting just the Nexus. So I need to get this as that. All right, so let's call the block entity. Make sure it doesn't equal null. Now I can tap into the leyline stuff, right? I can say, let's do an if statement. If, so if that does not, or if it equals the current position, because really I just want to do a like for like, an XYZ with an XYZ. Then I can say BE. I could set it to null. Okay. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to put this in here. So I will get the attribute. I could probably do it like this. And I need to get the leyline station 1. I think this will do it. Right, so what are we doing? We break the transmutation altar. I started modding VS so I could have the experience I wanted in-game. Aside from testing spawn rates, I haven't even gotten to sit down and play with my mod. Man, let me tell you, Kip Tricks, isn't that the truth? There's always more work to do. There's always a new suggestion that someone tells you and you're like, ooh, wow, yeah, I totally want that. All right. So what am I doing? I'm breaking a block, right? And I'm making sure, like, if it does have a connected nexus, we're going to get a snapshot of that. As long as that nexus position has a block entity, then we're going to pull the attributes out. And then we're going to do a quick look to see if the leyline station 1 equals your block, then you're going to remove it. So we're going to have to cycle through all of these, all 8 positions, to make sure. Whoops. That is why I make all of these as a constant variable. Because I mess this up all the GD time. Forever! Three, and 3. 2, 2, and 2. So, oh, see, 14. Ah, that would have sunk my battleship. Let's see if this even works. It could work, it could blow up in my face. I don't know. We'll see. I'll get a little Baja Blast. Woo! Making my eye twitch. Alright, so we got this. If I break that, game air. See, it sees the altar. Alright, let me link it back up. So that's... Oh, shit. Let's just shut down. Do you 3D print miniatures or other things? I don't 3D print as much as I should. Last thing I made was actually for my kitchen sink, my 2 sinks there. I have the sink strainers. I made 2 of those. But I'm still using 3D printer. Actually, I should bust out the 3D printer because those were like over a year ago. And it's starting to get a little old. I should make some fresh ones. I made them out of red PLA. But no, I don't. Honestly, the 3D printer I have, I may end up selling because I want to get one of the... I heard good things about the... Shoot, I forgot the model. I have it written down. No, I have it bookmarked. It's the 3 arms kind of coming together. And it's supposed to do better than just the straight back and forth, the 2 axis ones. It's less jarring. Seems like it's a better printer. I have a coworker who has a bunch of 3D printers. But you aren't setting any of those variables to null. You're removing the attribute. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go in to do. So if it equals that, I do need to set it to null. So I gotta do boop that. It's magic. Do that and then remove the variable. Yeah, I had a feeling, but then I got sidetracked with 3D printer talk. I saw the liquid 3D printers. Those look kind of cool. Like just kind of pulling out like an Eiffel Tower from the liquid. I'm like, ooh. But then my coworker has one of those too, and I guess there's like a UV light bath that you gotta like you gotta do with every, I don't know, it seems like it kind of stinks a little bit, like the smell of like the liquid resin stuff. It I don't know, or maybe it wasn't that, maybe it was more like the UV bath. I don't know. I know there was some kind of unpleasant smell he was talking about, and I'm like, oh, okay. There we go. That's probably going to be better. Better! Build! Continue! Can do a print of one of the items in your mod. Yeah. What kind of 3D printer do you have? Derica? I how do you say your name? If you want to do it phonetically, I think I'll get the hint. It would be Derica, right? Terrible with names. Horrible. You know, like where I currently work, and I've been there well over a decade, there are still people's names that I do not know. And by this time, it's so uncomfortable, right? Because it's like, they know my name. And I'm like, hey, I know about their personal lives, their kids, what their kids are doing, what they're doing, you know, like all stuff about them. Even a lot of times, like where they live, the general areas that they live in, you know, like all this information, but the damn name, the damn name gets me every time. Nope, it looks like it's not updating the Nexus block, eh? I may have to send this as a packet. Oh, I'm missing some stuff here. Need to invest in a 3D printer resin. I've been making utilities with Lego Technic. It's probably more difficult than it's worth. Oh, really? Can print huge prints. I wanted to get, for a while ago, there was a Kickstarter, and it's probably out by now, definitely. It was years ago. But it was like a 3D printer where it had like interchangeable heads, so you could swap out the head, and it was a laser engraver, and you could swap it out, and then it was, you know, it was like a CNC machine, and you could swap it out, and it becomes a 3D printer. Like, it was really cool, really cool. Yes. I don't have, sorry, my English is bad. I meant you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I could, yeah. I could 3D print things. I have a machine mod. I'd like to 3D print a mini airship. Man, I need people's name tags floating over their heads IRL, right? Moving as on a treadmill style where it prints from side sorts, making it so you can print a lot bigger prints. You're not limited to the height. Well, I mean, what kind of things are you trying to print, Blurry? It's huge! What brick colors would look best for a wizard sanctum? You know what? That right there. Mana Stone, baby. That should be your sanctum right there. Although I do kind of like the darker kind of grayed bricks too. And that's it. Here. This is what you need to build at here. Here we go. I'll give you a little taste here. You can get some of that smooth stone in there, right? Maybe a little cobble for your walkways. Nice magical path. Maybe even just kind of make a wall. You know, get some fancy tight brick. But if you want to go for that old-fashioned castle exterior super brick wall, that's gonna be your jam right there. Right there. The Frostmourne is what I would love to get, like, you know, one of the nice, like, actual metal tools for Frostmourne. Oh yeah, if you're thinking of a theme, purple and gold, yeah. I would go with like purple and gold. Gotcha. Don't believe me, I've seen anything like that then. Most of what I've seen is movement on XY, and the print heads on the Z, or the print heads. Oh yeah. Have you messed with the dual extruders or any of like the exotic PLA? You know, like where it's like copper, right? You know, and you're like printing it out and it's like a metal and you just kind of... We're distracting you so much from modding. Yeah. I prefer blacks and reds. Yeah, if you want to go classic, though, the whole pimp purple and gold, that's definitely mage. I like more dark themes, like necromancer, kind of dark mage themes. So yeah, black and red would be awesome. Like crimson's my favorite color. Like a nice, deep, dark crimson would be good. Maybe accents of like a brighter, more vivid, you know what I mean? Like that evil kind of feel. Black and reds for an evil warlock, purple and gold for neutral wizards. Yep. I mean, that's why I made my dark nexus like this. Time set day. Whoops. Time set day. There we go. Right? Like that. I think that is a good dark nexus theme right there. And the white's okay. I mean, it's kind of like a blue. And of course, the static. Evil! Add some green if you've got my hometown. Evil! So it's not releasing things here. I think I may need to do this via a packet. Don't think this is going to work without a packet. So I will have to packetize all of this. I'm thinking. Because I'm trying to set it to null, and it's just not doing it. Peridotite area green should be easy. That vomit green. Oh my god, Vexus, you don't like green? Halloween's got some greens coming. Better watch out. Yeah, so I'm removing it. I'm trying to set it to null. This has to... We got to send a packet. So let's shut down the game. Let's send our packet. First thing, we got to create a packet. If you watch me, you should probably know the steps on how to do this. So let's pull up our messages, our proto contracts, and our handler. We start off with our proto contract. I'm going to put not used. I'm going to put the not used tag here. I'm going to put it here too. I'm going to keep those, but I may not use them. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, never mind. I'm just going to copy and paste. Paste. So with this, I'm going to say PC leyline system, modify nexus, remove station. That should be good. We are going to be adding the tag in there. I should put nexus in here. Nexus. I don't need this one because we are going to be... This is a straight removal packet. You know, it's interesting, isn't it? How if I break the nexus, it actually before I get too deep into this packet, I just may be doing something wrong. I know what I'm doing. I need to packetize it. I guess that's what it is. Purple, green, and gold. I wish I had learned coding in my life. Sounds fun. Honestly, Darika, if you want to learn coding, I've helped a handful of people with modding stuff. I don't mind helping, like, set up an environment. You just have to have the drive to actually want to figure out how to do code. All this stuff is pretty basic. You know, like, it's just a order of operations, right? See, look at that. 3 stations. But if I see, so we have it here, right? This is looking at that nexus. That's looking at that one. If I break it, it removes it. But that's because it's not sending a packet. This block no longer sees a nexus there on that 1 second ticker. So that's how I'm doing it. I should get rid of that, and I should packetize that as well. When looking at your code, it's just gibberish to me. Well, of course it is, because you came in right now with the picture mostly painted. You're doing like a Bob Ross thing, right? Like, you came in when he's just putting the bush and a couple strokes in the color. You didn't get to see the whole process. All of this stuff starts off so incredibly basic. And then it's like Lego blocks, and you just add a little bit more each time. So I wouldn't get discouraged with that. If you want to learn, you know, like, it's something that's definitely doable. Yeah, you like the reference to Bob Ross. I love Bob Ross, right? Like, such a cool, down-to-earth dude. Let's put a happy little tree here, and a little bush, and a happy little cloud. Like, I love that. I love that. Everyone needs to channel their inner Bob Ross. You know what I'm going to do? This packet, I'm going to make it a universal packet. So I'm going to say PC leyline system modify. It's going to be remove nexus or station. You know what? It can't be that. It can't be that. I need separate ones, because a nexus has 8 different things it should check for. The stations only have 1. So I'm going to make 2 packets. One is going to be removing a station. One's going to be removing a nexus. Instead of saying station block position, we're just going to go straight up, just regular block positions. So we're going to have an attribute key and then an XYZ to get a block position. So this is going to be removing a nexus, and that's going to be removing a station. Continue editing. Just stop. Just shut down the game. I'm about to do a whole bunch of things that's going to make the game mad. Vice, do you know how mod load order works for VS? Is there a way to control the load order? I would have to look. I think I've glanced at something in the wiki. I think it was in the wiki. I'm not sure if you can pick and choose what order or priority, but if you were to do that, there's a pre-start, I think is what it is. We can look at the wiki fast. Vintage story. Let's just put a little happy line of code right there. Right? Let's give that line of code a little friend. All right, so here's our wiki. It's pretty bright, isn't it? It's like staring at the sun almost. Holy crap. You know what? I think it's let's just go into like setting up the environment. I always use this because it has like more than just that front page. And I thought it was thought it was somewhere in here. Load order. Yeah. So this is what I remember seeing. So yeah, there is a mod system execute order. So if your mod needs to be executed in a certain order, adjust the mods and return value. So yeah, server will call each mod start pre. That's what I was thinking of, and start methods in ascending order of each mod execute order value, and thus, as long as every mod registers its event handlers in the start method, all event handlers will be called in the same execution order. So I think this is what you're going to be looking for, Kiptrix. So it looks like, yeah, you gotta maybe do this. I think that's what you wanted. So you can control the mod load order. That's my assumption anyways. And it looks like they got the example for like world gen. It's my assumption. Oh, there's also comments here. So there was a link here. So, oh, it's the same comments. So it looks like it's right in mod system. So your virtual double order. So I guess everything starts at 0.1. I'm not sure if the load order, like the higher it is, the least of a priority it has. I would like to have more control over what mod overwrites what other mods. I mean, you could try this. That's what I would suggest to start with. Love the little community here. Gonna have to come back here? Well, you're always welcome. Yeah, the whole Vintage Story community is pretty good. A lot better than its competitor, right? Didn't say anything about Moozy. You're delirious. Yeah, that's what she said. Come on, Moobot, get it together. All right, I'm gonna create a little space here. Okay, so we created our contracts, right? We're gonna have a contract that removes the Nexus, one that's gonna be responsible for removing the station. What we're gonna have to do next is go into the handler, and we're gonna have to do a copy, paste. Let's look at our proto contract. First one we will do is the removing the Nexus. So we'll paste this in, paste this in, and paste this in. It's going to be unhappy for now until we make that method. Now I'm going to change this from Nexus to Station. Nexus Station, Nexus Station. So this is registering on the client. We need to register these on the server as well. Server! Now we need to go into the messages for our third part. That's actually going to be making the methods. To do that, I'm just going to copy and paste one of these. You know what? I'm going to copy and paste... Yeah, I'll copy and paste one of these. And I'm going to delete out nothing. I'm going to delete out nothing. We're going to make the Nexus first. Server packet. Here we go. Change this. Come on down. Paste. Paste. Right, so that's going to be the Nexus. I'm going to copy this. We'll paste it in. So this one's going to be the station. Station, station. Station, and station. It's going to be unhappy, but we're just going to save. I gotta go. The waifu is waiting me to do meal. Have fun with your happy little lines of code. Thank you so much for stopping by. And thanks for that follow. There's much controversy, drama over the developers. I think many people abandoned ship. Wait, what are we talking about? Wait, dead? What's dead? Oh, Hightail. I hope it's not dead. I was so ready to play that game. Oh my god, I was so ready. And then they were bought out by Riot, and now it's like vaporware. It's so sad. I would love to play Hightail. Like, their combat looks good. Alright, let's pull up the next thing, right? So I'm gonna have to populate this with stuff, but we have a lot to do first. Let's go into our helpers. So I'm going to create 2 helpers here. So the first one, of course, is going to be for the Nexus. Oop. We're going to send that packet, paste this in. It's about to get really mad at us. How dare you! So I don't need that. And I don't need Nexus at all. Which means I can get rid of that. There we go. So that's modifying the Nexus, and then this one's going to modify the station. Remove Nexus. There we go. So we got our 2 wrappers made. Now let's go into the message, because we are going to have to... We're going to have to move some things over and clean this up so it actually does what we want it to do. We will focus on removing things from the Nexus. Where is... We don't need proto contracts. We don't need the handler anymore. This is what we're looking at. This is what we're looking at, right? Possibly. Possibly. We are actually going to start... God, I don't even know where to start with this. I guess I'll do this. Gonna copy all of this. We are gonna put this in. So I'm currently in the transmutation altar. So we need to go to the message where we're gonna be removing things from the station. Right? Because that's what I'm gonna want. I learned to code in anticipation for Hightail. I was doing my Minecraft modding. I sent them, as soon as I heard about it, I sent them one of the emails, right? Like, if you want to do alpha testing and you're and I felt like I was like auditioning for a job. I'm like, this is what I've done, these are my accomplishments, you could go here and check this out. I would love to play the alpha for your game. I would love to make mods for it. I didn't hear shit. I think my Minecraft machine mod on CurseForge has like over 20 million downloads or something like that. I didn't hear shit. It's pretty funny. You just gotta laugh at it, right? We don't want you. All right, so I'm just gonna make a bunch of space. Let's get some scratch space going on. So first thing I'm going to want to do is get a block from the XYZ position. We got to make sure that there's even a block that like exists here. Yeah, I signed up as soon as I heard about it too. Yeah, you probably didn't hear anything either, huh? They don't like us. Now, system modify remove station. So are we removing information? I guess I gotta say this a little better. Are we removing the Nexus from a station, or are we removing Nexus specific things? I think we're gonna do like station. So remove station means that I'm gonna have to send this packet to the Nexus, right? So I think these are going to have to be reversed. So the remove station is going to be on the Nexus. All right. Cut this out. Paste. We're gonna paste this in. So instead of the transmutation altar, we are going to want the Nexus block for this. Nexus! All right, and we're going to get the X, Y, and Z from this. Get it as a Nexus. Son of a bitch. That's not... I don't think that's what I want to do. Maybe. A couple of friends are actually on the Hightail dev team. I missed my shot, but I wasn't really ready to move on from the MC stuff. I work on MC EDU full time, and I've learned much. That's pretty cool. That's awesome, Kiptrix. So, Hightail, is it a real thing? Like, is it coming out? If you got friends still working on it, it's gotta be in production, right? They went from like a monthly thing to like it's like every quarter of a year. I think if we go to Hightail release date's the first thing that came up, because I used to go to their blog, right? The last thing, yeah, was like, oh shit, looks like we got a summer update. Yeah, see, this is what I was looking at before. It was like a year. It's like they did it once last year. Studio growth. Let's take a look at this. I don't know much. It sounds like it had an engine rewrite for console support. Why? Bad Hightail. Oh shit! I'm trying to click on this and it won't even open. Can I click on this one? It's not. There's nothing to load. There we go. That's broken. Noxy. All right, Noxy. Hello. Hard to believe it's been almost a year. No, it's not hard to believe. Not at all. Trust me. Every month. Hey, can you pick out your buddies here? Kip tricks. Point them out. Our jobs page. Okay, so that's okay. Sometimes the summoning circle could be a square. It's just hard to resist. Okay, so we got some like fan art there. I don't care about that stuff. I want to see. No, that's it. We wait a whole GD year, and this is all we're getting. A screenshot. I mean, that's a lot of people. If only one of us can make a decent mod, right? Like, all those people should be working on this. We should have something. Noxy follows me on Twitter. Cool guy. Vanilla Burp is on that photo. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me see. I have a 1 out of what, like 50, 100 chance to get it right. It's him. Term. Yeah, they're hiring. They're still hiring. So we don't have anything that's really there. Because I know they ended up doing the engine rewrite, but I thought it was to get like off of Java onto C#, right? Wasn't that the last thing? Wait a minute. I'm happy to report that we learned a lot, and the brave playtesters had a great time. Who playtested this damn game? Come on, man. Any video of it? Next big step, get another wave of features ready for internal playtesting. You know what? They're hoarding this game. They're like a dragon sitting on the pile of gold. You know what? They need to release it, just like Minecraft did, right? I started playing when those beds came out. They were new. I had a chicken, right? Like, very limited. That's why the hype is gone and people have forgotten about it. Yeah, unfortunately. They just like taking pictures together. Like, I swear we're still working on the game. See, look, everyone's here. We're all happy. Release the game. So, okay, so we're going to do remove station. Shoot. I need to add to this packet. I need to add to the proto contract. You know what? Maybe I don't. Let me think this through. Let's try and build this, right? So this is going to go on the transmutation altar. And we're going to be removing a station from the Nexus, right? So the X, Y, and Z that we put in would have to be for the Nexus. I just checked and Noxie unfollowed me. That's what I get for never posting. No! You've been friend zoned! Not even that! I was very happy about that. Ooh! That's like a slap in the face. You are all canceled on Hightail side, it seems. Not again! I can't go through that twice. Okay. So, not again. That's what she said. Oh, Moobot. That was well timed. That was well timed. All right, so this is going to be on the transmutation altar, right? So I'm going to have to get the Nexus. So I'm correct here. So I have to get the XYZ for the Nexus. And then I'm going to have to make sure that a Nexus is actually there. And now what I'm going to have to do... Ah, see, this is the part that I need. This is what was confusing. Oh, wait! So this should be BE Nexus. Nexus! We're gonna have to do some tests here, right? Here we go. Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. 7 and 8, right? So I need to get the Nexus. I need to get the ley line if it equals... Oh, the connect... So I do have to add more information then. I need to get the XYZ of the original block as well. That way I can do the check. So I was right in thinking what I was thinking. All right, let's go to the proto contracts. It's fine. It's not, well, everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know, I'll pass in the station key as well. So when we remove the station, right? So we need the XYZ of the Nexus. I don't think we need the attribute string key. And I don't think we need the string key here either, right? We just need the XYZ of both blocks. That's what we're going to need. We will also need this for the top part, the station. The station! It's not fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, let's go back to the messages. Oh, no! So I just got to put in Nexus specifically here. Nexus, Nexus, and a Nexus. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. Now what I can do in here is I will create a new Vec3i. I will say station POS equals. I'm going to say new Vec3i. And then I'm going to get the network message, the X, Y, and Z. Instead of Nexus, we're going to get the station-specific stuff. Station, station, and station. This looks good. Hey, this looks good. I'm actually going to call this connected position. I'm just going to get rid of the this. There we go. This should send the packet that does the magic. Hopefully. Maybe. We will see if it doesn't. That was pretty good. Not too shabby. All right. So I think this should do a scan through, and if I leave it like this, it could get rid of any duplicates that may show up. If something screws up and you can somehow find a way to cheese it to, like, add duplicate blocks onto things. Yeah. It's perfect. Okay. Let's send this packet. Let's go into the helpers. Yeah, I knew this would show up. So unfair. Whoops. I don't think we need a key anymore. Do I have a key? No, I don't have any keys. I don't think I used any keys either. Yeah, there's no way I would have used the key. All right, I'm gonna focus on one. This. I'm gonna copy those. I'm gonna paste this in. We don't need key in. I need the Nexus in. Don't need either of those. And then we need the 3 bits for the station and, of course, the world. So for Nexus, we need the Nexus X, Y, and Z. And then we'll need station. Station. Boop, boop, boop. Right? Now we need to get the right proto contract, which is indeed this. I just want to make sure. Yep. Oops. That is indeed the same thing. I can copy this. I'm going to paste it into here. So I will call this the station, removing the station. Paste and paste. There we go. So in order to call this, let's go into the... Oh, where is it? I don't need the proto contracts up. Here we go, the transmutation altar. So instead of doing all of this, I'm going to delete that out. It's going to be rm helpers dot send the packet. I'm going to do this dot API dot world. And now we're just going to need to put in some XYZ coordinates here. The first thing is going to be the nexus, so that's going to be this whole part of the connecting nexus. So we'll put those in. The next part is going to be this particular position, so this POS.X. Whoops, didn't mean to put the 4 in there, so that's Z. That is Y. So we'll get... That should be all the information to detach this and remove it. All right, let's give it a try. First, let's build and see if I have anything screwed up. Errors! I had a feeling I forgot something. Oh, wait, this is all up here. I'm just gonna remove everything in here. Because we're not even using that yet. Oh, and I misspelled that. Anything else here? No? Okay. Build. All right, there we go. Start the game. So I should be able to break this block. and then have it send the update over. Should. All right. You son of a bitch. All right, what if I just break the Nexus here? All right, because it looks like that was kind of borked anyways. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. It's supposed to do that. So, bam, position 1. Bam, position 2. I break you. Did not do it. You son of a bee. Okay. Viper, hello. I found you through your mod. Hello, welcome in. It looks like you just missed an ad break. Vexus will be back. So this totally did not work. Failed in my face. Yeah, Viper, we're trying to get this leyline system set up. And it is a challenge. Let me make sure that it even sent this packet. Let's do RMR references dot logger. Sent Nexus removal packet. It's rare that I actually type out a full sentence. Usually it's here and then an exclamation or maybe a heart. Gobbledygook. All right. Right? So I do that. Oh, I was able to register it twice. Yep, it did indeed send this packet, so it ran to here. Okay. I can get rid of the handler. The message. See, I'm setting it as a null. There is another way that I can do this. I think I'm going to do it the other way. I don't think it's going to be too crazy on the calls. You know, it may be. About to use your hot air balloon mod. Interesting that you broadcast your work on vintage mods. Keep it up. Yeah. I mean, I personally like to see when people are creative. So, you know, it's my chance to kind of come in and have people, you know, talk to me, right? I could be more than just my little icon in the corner. More than a name. If I break that, it's all air. It's broken. I would really like to get this working. Hey, Viper, thanks for the follow. Yeah, see, I would love to get this going, right? Okay, so I have those two. If I break it, it's sending the packet, but it's just not... Oh, wait. I totally forgot to do be.nexus.markdirty. I forgot to mark it dirty, and then we'll do true null. I can't believe I forgot that. Why isn't it working? There it is. I forgot to mark the dang block as dirty. There we go. That's looking mighty fine. Now we got 0 connected. I'm like, why isn't it working? And there we go. We'll put them back on. All right. So now that I have that, let's go into... So that's in the altar. I'm going to propagate this change through to here. Oh, wait, what's today's date? Thursday. Shoot. Boxing class was yesterday. I gotta start. You know what? Hold on. I gotta see if there's boxing tonight. Boxing. My new gym's pretty awesome. Look at Steam. My time at Sandrock is on sale. Well, it can keep being on sale. I'll never buy it. Wait a minute. All right. Let me go into my app here. No, you have a date with me. What, tonight? Were we supposed to talk tonight? I don't see boxing. All right, so I won't be late. Holy crap, Friday. There's a lot of things. Is there boxing Friday? No, there is not. Oh, there's kickboxing Saturday. I just want boxing. No, I think it's just every Wednesday. Shoot. Missed opportunity. Yeah, boxing. 6:30. All right. Sorry, Vice, but what is the purpose of the mod? Oh, this one? This is a magic mod. So we're working on the leyline energy system right now. This is how you're going to power like all your blocks for like your transmutation to get magical items. The thing, the Oculus, the thing that makes the grimoires. I got to add particles, but that's what we're modding right now. We're working on my magic mod. Magic. Sweet. So I need to send it the other way now. If you break the nexus, I want to terminate the connections on the other end. Cool. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I think it's cool. And since I'm the one building the mod, I should hope I think it's cool. Or else this would be a big waste of time. Alright, I need to put this working code in the other blocks, the other block entities. So that's in the transmutation. We need the Sanctum and the Oculus as well. So on block removed, I can paste this in. And then in the Sanctum, I do not have an on block removed. I thought it was weird that I didn't have one. Well, we're about to have one. Copy that. I will put this right here. There's not going to be any inventory drops. We don't have any sounds yet. I will shut off any of the GUIs, and then we'll also send that packet. So I'm going to gracefully shut down. Programming, it's never a waste of time. Every line of code could be a potential upgrade on your skill set and way of thinking. That's very true. Man, getting all super deep. That's very true. You know, it's the more you do it, the easier it is, the better you get at it. I'm sculpting. All right, so now for the Nexus. We are going to have to come up with our version of this, which I think is going to be... It's going to be a little more annoying to negotiate, I think. Whoops. So I'm pretty much going to have to check to make sure, like position 1, for instance. I'm going to have to make sure that this... Holy crap. A lot of things just messed up. That was a very bad paste. Oh, because I ended up putting the whole thing in. Hold on. I just want that little snippet. Paste. There we go. That looks better. From program to programmer, forgive any broken English. No, it's fine. You sound perfectly fine to me. I read it well. Very well. All right, so we're gonna have to check position 1. We have to make sure there's a block there. If there is a block there, I am gonna have to get just block entity. I'm gonna have to get creative with this. So just block entity. I'm gonna have to put in the snapshot for this XYZ. There we go. We're gonna have to send this remove nexus. And then I'm going to delete all of that because we don't need it. All right, so we're going to have to look at leyline block position 1. We're going to have to we're going to have to make sure that it actually has an XYZ in the first slot. And then we're going to try and create a block entity from that to make sure that an entity's there so we can even make these changes. And then we're going to send the packet. And we're going to have to do that for all of them. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To make this a little quicker, I'm going to do this, just change that to 8. There should be 7. Yep, 7 that we change. It's always good to double check. Let's do 6. Change that to 5. Change this to 4. Change this to 3. And then this to 2. That way we can iterate through all of the slots. And this should help clean up any duplicates. I'm thinking. Or at least the other way should help clean up duplicates. Duplicates are bad. I actually need to improve the code just so you can't link a station onto a station that already has a link. You'll have to use the disconnect feature of that resonator. All right. Now we have to create the code, right? It's an empty shell. But we have all of this as a foundation. And get rid of all of this extra space. Boop. Boop. There we go. We'll minimize that. We'll come up here. And we will paste this in. Okay, so instead of Nexus, right? Because we're trying to get the station, so this is going to have to be the station. Which means the X, Y, and Z should come from station. Station, station, and station. Which also means I need to copy this because we need to get the block position. Just like that. I'm just going to do block entity station. See, this is where it can get kind of weird. Because I'm setting this to null. Bam, 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 bee-doo-boo. Gotta think how I want to do this. You know, let's do the transmutation alter force first. Transmutation alter. TRANSMUTATION RN. There we go. Station. Longest block entity ever. Alright, so transmutation alter specifically what we want. So let's make sure that this isn't alter. If it is, we're going to pull out the attributes of the alter. Let's do BE transmutation alter. There we go. And then we're going to get the connected nexus. It's going to be the connected... Yeah, connected nexus position I think works. With this, it's going to be, instead of station, this should be nexus. gonna copy this. All right, and then I just need to do one simple look here, one simple test. And then I can do, there we go, transmutation alter. This is going to be dot connected nexus position. So we're going to remove it, and then I got to remove the correct tag. So this would be this tag. So it should be as simple as this. For the block, the transmutation alter. So this is going to be a universal packet. So I'm just going to paste this in. We're going to comment this and say for, obviously, for transmutation alter. This is going to be for the sanctum, which means I'm going to have to change a couple of things. This will be sanctum. This will have to change the sanctum. So will this, because they're going to be vastly different block entities that we're looking for. Sanctum. Boop, boop. 3, 4, 5, right? Mark dirty. Okay, that should be good. We are gonna copy this, paste, and the last block is the oculus. Oculus. There we go. Got to change the couple of things here, so that's not sanctum. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's save that. So this is the remove nexus. So we are going to attempt to remove, if we break the nexus, it should disconnect everything for all of the connected blocks. That way there's no issues. All right, let's start. Which also means, let's go into the altar here. I kind of brute force this a little further down. I can get rid of all of that code. This right here, I don't need that anymore. Because now when that block gets broken, it's going to just send a packet. I think I have to remove that from the other ones as well, like the sanctum. I guess there's no game tick. Try put, try take. Unblock removed. Here we go. Yeah, see, for a ticking entity, let's get rid of that. And then the oculus itself. Oh, I didn't even have it in the oculus. All right, that works. Gotta go. Love seeing the progress. Yeah, Kiptrick sounds good. Let me know if you figured out projectiles for your dragons, so they can start shooting balls of fire. All right, so these are connected. If I break that, did not do it. Did not do it, huh? If I connect this, break. All right. So, connect. I'm doing that this weekend. Nice. You have to let me know how that goes. I don't know. I think we've talked on Discord. If you have any questions, shoot me a Discord. Or if you just want to chat. I'd be curious to see what new monsters you're going to be adding. That dragon needs to be buffed. You got to make that thing a home wrecker. It would be cool for the dragons if you embrace the whole elemental theme of it too. To where, like, you know, you could have like the red dragon, right? That could be your fire dragon, frost dragon, electric dragon. Couldn't resist coming back. We're still here. So this did not work. It did not work at all. Let's go into the message. Let's make sure that it's even getting to the packet, and that it's even getting like this far. So I should see Station 1 and Station 2 in my logs. I indeed saw Station 1 and Station 2. Did you fix the thing you were working on? Yeah, I fixed it this way. So you could see the 2. If I break 1, it actually does remove it correctly. Now we're trying to do it the other way. If I break a nexus, it needs to detach from all of the things it's connected to. So it got into here. Oh, wait a minute. No, that would be right, because I'm looking at the nexus connecting with the nexus. If it has the attribute, right? Because that is the attribute tag, unless I messed up the tag. We'll see if it gets into here. I'm not even going to break that one. I'm just going to break that. Nothing. Interesting. Oh, wait, you may have to have something bound. Okay. There we go. Ooh, interesting. That only went to Station 1. So that only got to here. It did not jump any further. I think I messed this up a little bit. Okay, so I'm removing something from the Nexus. So I'm getting the station. So the Nexus is calling this on break. Okay, so yeah, this would make sense. The X, Y, and Z for the station. And I'm making sure the station's one of my special station blocks. And then I'm going in to check to see if it is a transmutation altar. Getting the same X, Y, and Z. And then if it is an altar, then we are pulling out the attributes. I'm creating the Nexus X, Y, and Z. And then I'm going to check the connected Nexus position to make sure it equals this X, Y, and Z. And if it does, then we're going to set it to null. And then we are going to remove the attribute if it has this particular attribute. And then we mark the whole thing dirty. Dirty! That looks right to me, unless I'm writing the tag incorrectly. All right, let's scroll up a little bit here. We're using this, right? So we're getting the Nexus attribute key for the Nexus. For the station, oh, it's the station key. So let's check our packet in the resonator item. Scroll. So it's the same. It is that key indeed, which is the same key right here, and that's for the. So that's if it's an Oculus block. Yeah. So I'm covering my bases here with these blocks. Well, shit. Well, crap. Yeah, it's not working for whatever reason. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try and just shut down. I'm gonna gracefully shut down. Wait, we're gonna rebuild. Because I'm calling shenanigans on this. Calling shenanigans. 3:34. It's getting later in the day. All right. Oh, part of it. Hey, part of it does go away. The stored mana part goes away. That's interesting. So it's like half of the information goes away. Hey, how close do you think you are from finishing the mod? I'm not close. If I don't know timestamps, because remember, like I also have like a full-time job. I got a family, you know. I like to do things other than mod. You know, like the boxing and stuff. So I could tell you this. I could tell you what is done in Magic 2.0 and what I still want to do. We have the basic, you know, creation of grimoires. Time set day. Right? We have like the basic new spell system. Whatever things you socket, you'll be able to see in here. You'll be able to select it, and you'll be able to cast a spell. You know, so we definitely have that. Like your buffs and everything. Everything's randomized with your grimoire, so there are some spells that are going to be better than others. That system is in. Right? Mana system, the core features. The next thing I was going to make is this Nexus system. And now we're just fine-tuning it because we have a lot of the information kind of done with it, right? Modeling's done. We're kind of linking things up. The disconnect is going to be easy to do because we're already kind of doing that with the connections. But once this system's done, like once this is done, then I have to redo the altar, and then I have to redo the Oculus. And really, the transmutation altar is going to be easy. Instead of taking from this mana, it's internal, it's going to be using the linking system. So the stored mana up top is really what it's going to use to burn. So it's just tweaking a couple things. I'll probably end up tweaking this interface as well. But I redid everything else here, so that should be easy. The Oculus is going to be a little more work because this doesn't make sense. I have to reorganize a couple of things, but this one shouldn't be too bad either. I got to remove that Arcanus and the whole Mana Stone cost because it's different. After that, the third thing, I want to create a block that allows you to modify spells and make them better. It's also going to repair spells. That's not going to be too bad once the Oculus is done. I'm going to do a copy and paste with that. But yeah. So with those things done, I will be coming out with the new update that people can use with the new system. Can you show how to make staff because guidance don't work in my game? The guide? Yeah, so the staff, well, let's take a look here. So like the basic staff, it's going to be a board, quartz, twine, and a knife. So knife. Let's pull out a birch board. No. Acacia board. Pull up some twine. Boop, boop, boop. Didn't mean to do all that twine. And what was it? Quartz. Quartz. There we go. I'll grab a couple chunks of quartz. /GM 1. There you go. Boop. There's my wand. Life tap. It's gonna do nothing. Oh, wait, I have it working? It did damage and it replenished my... Oh, wait, that's right. I considered it work in progress because I wanted to do a percentage increase to your mana. Wee, wee, wee. Thanks, I love you. I become wizard like Harry. You're a wizard. Throw that staff down there. All right. Are you kidding me? I've been here for, I've been out of creative for a short time and that happens. You're not afraid of copyright for music? Wait, what do you mean? The Mario stuff? Trust me, I'm not afraid at all. This is fine. I would like to play some like real music at some point. That's why I don't keep Twitch VODs. Just in case I do. Okay, I gotta remove that. There's nothing for the Colts totem. It was for the game. You know what? I'm doing it right now. No, wait, I'm writing it down. Wait, I have it written down. Wait. Twitch channel, change points, rewards. Looks like the next thing I have is, I think what I wrote Hexadin. Light spell entity should emit light. So it's on my to-do list. Literally, I got a to-do list. To-do! So that works that way. This does not work this way. It partially works. That's so weird that it partially works. Such a man, organized and stuff. I try. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull up the Nexus. I don't want to give up yet. I know of a way to do what I want to do, but I don't want to do it this way. If that makes any sense. So what am I doing? I'm saying I'm getting the block entity for this connected position in position 1. And I make sure position 1 does not equal null. That makes sense. Station 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to create a packet to remove... Oh, wait a minute. I think I have to swap this. I think if I do that... Okay, continue editing. We got to shut down. We're going to save. We're going to build. That's a low priority. Yeah, I just need time where, you know, one of the times where I'm like watching another streamer, I should just probably readjust things. I do want to, like, things like this. I do want to start doing like bets and stuff with the channel points. Let people, like, will what I just did crash? Yes or no? Do you think the game will crash? Hey, it did it! That's what it was. I had them reversed. Okay, so I can... Hold on, let's find this. Okay, right? So this is what we were working on. This and this are both attached to the same neutral nexus. If I destroy this, yep, it indeed removed it. Oops. Now we'll do a test, right? So I'm going to attach this and attach this. So this is 250 essence, right? 250 mana that I can store. Essence, you know what? Maybe I should call it stored essence instead of mana. I like essence better. Right, but it sees 250. If I draw the runes... That updates to 2500, and yep, this is indeed linked to this one. And if I break one, that one stays, and then, yep, we just have that. So it just shows the one. All right, let's get wild with it now. Let's test it with an Oculus. Boop. So I should be able to click on the Oculus. Click that. There we go. The Oculus is indeed connected, and it sees 250. If I break this, it goes down to, yep, 250. Hello! Archive? Archiac? I'm just gonna call you Ark. Hi, Ark. Again, terrible with names. Terrible. Terrible. If I break that, it broke the connection to everyone. Woo! All right, we are doing well. I think that is everything we need for the whole connection side of things. I thought I was Ark. Ark 1 and Ark 2. How's that? Ark is good. All right, that sounds good. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm feeling a little thirsty. I don't have a stash of waters or anything. I'm so disappointed in myself. I have a sip of Baja Blast left. And it's gone. Okay, let's deal with the disconnect functionality now. So change resonator to disconnect mode, a disconnection mode. Now with this mode, we're gonna have to pretty much start from scratch here. So we currently have everything here. Where is it? Okay, so in here. So we're in disconnection mode. I'm gonna have to how do I want to do this? I think I pretty much have the code written, don't I? So let me look at the Nexus. Because it's pretty much going to be this. I'm going to move this over. So if block station equals... Oh, so if this is not a Nexus... You know, we're gonna deal with the Nexus first. So I'm gonna say if block station dot is Nexus. I'm gonna paste a bunch of things in here. Oh, you know what? We need to do one more thing. I need to make sure that the block entity is a Nexus. There we go. I'm just going to paste all of that in just to keep it there. I'm going to copy this. Oop. Oh, I have to call you back, buddy. I gotta put that on my to-do list. Gotta call back my friend. Call back. I'll put it right here. Sorry, the Twitch channel points was just bumped down. Perfect. Okay, okay, so for the block entity here, I'm gonna do BE Nexus does not equal null. I'm going to name this BE Nexus, so block entity station Nexus RM. There we go. Instead of this, I'm gonna have to call this. Paste, paste, paste. Jesus Christ, paste. And paste. I'm back, had an emergency meeting at work and wasn't needed. Welcome back. I have today off. And I'm gonna be going to a new place, got a new job. Starting on the 25th. I am very excited and I get paid a hell of a lot more, so it's good. Very good. All right. Oh, sick! Congratulations! Thank you. And funny thing is, it's doing the same stuff. Like for my real life job, I work in network infrastructure, so switching environment, including like subnetting and routing, firewalls, voice over IP, wireless. Like I make those systems work. You know, everything about the network. So I'm doing the same job that I'm doing it and like currently, except there's less demand. It sounds like. And I get paid a lot more, and the benefits are a heck of a lot better. It's almost like a double check. So I'm very eager to start. Very eager. So I need to get the world. What do I have up here to get the world? By entity. I can hook into by entity. So anything that is this API, I think I want to just do entity, right? Yep. Dang, that's impressive. Yeah, I'm very happy about it. It's one of those things where, like, I didn't think what I did was too hard, but I feel bad for my current place because they are scrambling. They didn't realize exactly how much I do, and you know, to keep the lights on in the company. A lot of institutional knowledge is going to be leaving, but such is life, right? It happens. What the hell am I doing here? Lock entity. Get. Wait, I gotta figure out. Okay, so now I gotta figure out the like X and Y here. So I have the tool. I'm doing a check to see if this block that I'm interacting with is a nexus. If it is a nexus, then I am getting the position 1, right? If that is the correct position 1, see, remove nexus. So it's station and then nexus. So I can do this dot nexus block position, right? The X, Y, and Z for this. Okay. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to be a little more efficient with this. That should get rid of a whole line of code. Because really, that's just a safety check anyways, to make sure that there's still a block entity even there to manipulate. Was wondering how much time does it take to create such a mod from scratch to endpoint? Oh, a mod like this? I mean, I've been working on it. See, if you have a clear idea on how you want the mod to go, it's going to be quicker. Like, I'm doing a whole rewrite of my magic system because the version 1 was good, but it was designed for, like, if this game was an MMO, right? Like, all of your spells kind of, like, become part of you. And then you had to open up your spell book to look at all your memorized spells, and then you can choose what spells from your book to actually memorize to use on the staff. It was a replica of like the original EverQuest 1, that spell system, because I really did like that spell system. But in a game where it's like a Minecraft collecting block, it's a missed opportunity having a system like that. So I had to convert all of my spells into physical items. I had to come up with a way to where you could socket those books into your sanctum and then have those spells come up in your staff. You know, I had to make it to where, like, the spells were randomized. So if you wanted to, you spend enough time, you could get a really good fly spell with an awesome mana cost, you know, a cast time faster, and maybe the duration lasts a lot longer. Depend how good one is, right? Yeah, that's exactly it. See, you got to listen to Bernardo with that. If you get good... Get good. So if I'm removing the nexus, that's station to nexus. So I think what I'm going to want to do is this. I'm gonna want to do that. Wait a minute. I need to be able to send this information out. I'm screwed. This should be the Nexus position, I believe. Okay, I think I need to reverse these. All right. I think I got it now. We got it. This should be station. The station block. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. And then I just need to cut this out. And we need to paste it here. I think that's what we're going to need to do. And instead of BE, it should be BE Nexus, I believe. So I think this needs to be here. Okay. I think I got this all wrapped up. I think I got it. I'm going to comment out all of this because I'm just going to focus on the one. There's no sense in making all these changes. So by running this packet, it should see that we are targeting a Nexus. I need 2 safety checks in here. So we're going to add those safety checks. I'm going to have to make sure that this station does not equal null and that the Nexus block does not equal null. Looking at your you coding, even though I don't understand shit. Well, it's interesting, isn't it? How I can write like gobbledygook and it comes out to something. So if this is a Nexus, okay, I'm going to put an if statement in here. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I have to make sure the station block and the Nexus block does not equal null. Nexus. For the Nexus block, I can just take a snapshot of this. I feel like what I'm doing is not needed right now. You know, as I'm writing this out, I'm like, is this really necessary? Kind of thinking no. I find it even more interesting that people can usually read code but not write it. Like I can go and read Pascal or COBOL. Even though I've never learned the language. Yeah. I mean, logic is still logic at its base, right? Now, all this is just order of operations. Block equals null, just say it in English. You already understand it. If block is null. Yeah. I find myself talking to myself a lot as I code. I'm like, so if block equals null, it's just like saying it out loud helps me sometimes. I don't think I need to be as I don't think I need all of this because I'm already getting block position. So if I want to, I can say this dot Nexus block position equals block position. Actually, what I'm going to have to do is say new vec3i. This would be z dot y dot x. So I'm going to just take a snapshot, and I will use this variable from now on. And then what I need to do... Oh, see, this is wrong. This needs to be the station. Okay, so I was wrong here. I was incorrect. I need to get all of this. Okay, now the logic's making a little more sense. In here, I can say this dot station block position equals, whoops, it's going to be new vec3i. Paste that in. I'm gonna, you know what, instead of cutting that out, I'm just gonna add it. So I'm gonna cut that out. And there we go. No sense in splitting the if statements up. So there has to be a block position, right? And there also has to be an actual Nexus station that you're interacting with. I kind of like looking at this. That's the rubber ducky method, Vice. Chat is just your rubber ducky. Yeah. Week, week. You're doing so well, Vice. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. All right, so for this, instead of the Nexus block position, this one has to be the station block position, because this is the destination position. So we're just making sure that the destination has a block entity to manipulate, because we already verified that you are currently manipulating the Nexus, so this will be whatever's on the other side. And we need to make sure we do our order of operations correctly here. So let's set the station block position first, and then we can use it to get the block entity, and then we'll do a quick check that says if the Nexus has something in position 1, then if the block entity does not equal null, you know what, we're gonna redo this. I'm gonna cut that out. We can save 2 lines of code, or more than 2 lines, doing it this way, right? Because we don't need to do a block entity check all the time. Like at this point, we've checked that there's a block entity on both sides. We have block positions on both sides. We establish which side is which. Now it's just going to be a matter of iterating through. So let's save that. Let's fireball this in. Ooh-wee. And then just because we can, we're going to do be dot... I'm going to do one more check. I'm going to cut this out. If the block entity is... No, see, I can't... I'm going to try something. I don't like what I'm about to do, but I'm curious to see if it's going to work. Block entity station. Block entity station. We'll do transmutation alter RM. Did I misspell it? Block entity station transmutation alter. Show fixes. What don't you like? Oh, wait. Okay, I think I can't do what I want to do here. Because it'd be the same thing as... Oh no, I just spelt it wrong. Transmutation altar. There we go, I spelt it wrong. Altar room, yeah. Yeah, I fat finger a lot. So if the block entity is one of these transmutations, right? Well, or the transmutation altar, because there's a certain variable that I'm saving things at. And that's my problem, is trying to pull this off without doing individual checks. But it's the same information on all of them. So I think... I don't like how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna try it. All right, Sanctum. And then... A great thing about vintage stories is that you can try such things, not worry about wasting time, as it won't cost 10 minutes just to start the game. Right? Oh my god, Forge is so slow. With this, it's like no time at all, it pops up. Right, so if it's the Oculus... Oh wait, why am I even doing this? Oh my god, I don't have to worry about this. I take care of this in my packet. So, all of that for nothing. Good job. GG. This is all I care about. This right here. There we go. Perfect. As long as things are there, send the packet. Save, fireball. Alright. Wait, so what are we trying to do? Wait, what is this? Oh, this is disconnection mode. Okay, so I should be able to turn it into... so we're in disconnection mode. Oh, fail. So what do you not like? Oh, it sees this as null. Oh, because I'm... Alright, we're gonna just shut down. This logic is flawed. What I should be doing is... This check needs to happen earlier. Just like this. Because I gotta make sure there's something in that position. And then I can cut this out and paste this in. So if there is something in position 1, then you can go ahead and run this packet. This station block access is going... That makes more sense. Which means I can cut this out and just paste it there. There we go. Okay, had to make a quick modification. We're going to rebuild. Why is that? Wait, why is what? Why is this game so much faster? I don't know. Maybe it loads what it needs to load quickly. I don't know. I have a suspicion that Forge, I don't know, I think there's just a lot of bloat. Who knows? Maybe this game's better optimized. Maybe, although, wasn't Minecraft, it used to be one processor. Now it's more, like, it could just be better coding. Because you would think that, I mean, but then again, we'll see what happens with Neo Forged, right? Because Lex is out of the picture. There's going to be that new Neo Forged. So let's go into disconnection mode. So it's not doing anything. Let's see if it's even trying to send the packet. Logger, I will give myself a heart. I'm gonna make sure it pops out, and boop. Blame Java. Java, it's your fault. Oh, it's not even getting to here. Eek Murma Durkle, huh? Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Something's coming up as a big old negative. So I'm getting the block position. Oh my god, I can't with this music. It's killing me. Literally killing me. Let's go to Super Mario RPG. Whew. When in doubt, blame Java. To be fair, the rest of the mod loaders besides Java are equally bad. Forge, I mean, not Java. Yeah, I don't know. It may just be a Forge thing. I'd like to think Java's a programming language. It's about what the person did with the language. If I want to be all Shakespeare with you and recite, you know, a short story essay to tell you that the pen is blue, that's kind of on you, not really the language. Am I right in thinking that my suspicion's a little correct? Okay, so we're getting this. I'm gonna put a couple hearts in here. So this is gonna be 1. This is gonna be 2. And I'm going to put something here. This will actually be 2. That will be 3. I just want to see where it's failing. So we got 1 and 2. So I got here and here. It is not getting here. Very interesting. Suspicious. So what if I put this in here? Nope, it's not getting into there. So it is not seeing leyline block position connect. Okay, let's try this. Let's try to break this, right? I'm going to put it back down. We're going to reassociate connection mode. There we go. So we have 1 and 2. So this should be in position 1 and position 2. Now, if I put it in disconnection mode, nothing happens. Interesting. But it is indeed seeing that this is a block entity. It's just not getting to here, which is weird. This is coming back as null? Really? I call shenanigans. I call shenanigans on this. I don't believe you. I don't know if Vice said what it was on Steam, but wasn't here, so I don't know. So there you go. Oh, stream. Wait, what's going on? I got distracted with my work. Rubber ducky method is the coin term for talking your problems to someone. It's more often not simply explaining the issue reveals the problem. Yeah, I get that a lot. I do that a lot. Oh my god, it's coming back null? What? I call bullshit. I still call bullshit on that. Because it sees a nexus, but it's saying there's nothing here, but there has to be something there if I even have anything up top. I have 2 connections. I call shenanigans on that. You know what? I am so confident in this that I'm going to propagate this through 2 more times. This is how confident I am. Right? So boom, that's going to be position 2. This one's going to be position 3. Now, I'm not super confident to put all 8 positions in here, but this will show you how confident I am. And my code is fine. My god, so confident. What the hell? It got to it. It did it. Station 1. It sent packets. But it did, but it didn't. Well, so apparently it got to station 1. Where's station 1? I think I got rid of it. So that's in the packet here, isn't it? Let's minimize that. Remove. Yeah, so it got to here. Trippy. But it did not get into here. I think it's putting it out of order. I think it's putting it out of order. Again, I'm confident, right? We saw more results. I am going to I'm gonna do an old copy and paste here. We're just gonna extend this all the way through. All the way. Again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doing it all. Doing it all. Boom. 7 occurrences. So confident. It will magically work after I do this, right? Famous last words. This shit ain't gonna work at all. We should bet. Will this fix? will this work? Yes or no? I wonder how you do those kind of polls. I would totally do one right now. I think, isn't it just like slash a poll or something? Bet your channel points. Put your channel points where your mouth is. Oh, wait. 3, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I got them all. I got them all in. Wait, can I do slash poll? Holy crap, I can. Opens up a menu. Yep. Let me see. Will this work? Yes. No. We'll see. Oh, wait, no, this isn't what I want to do. I want to do a bet, not a poll. No, maybe I can't do... You could tell your mods to make a poll. I don't have any mods. No one watches an accident. I don't have any mods. I think they're called predictions. Oh, okay, thank you. Yep, predictions. Here we go. Name of the predictions. What will the viewers predict? Will this work? Yes. No. We're gonna give it a minute. There we go. Start a prediction. Confirm prediction. The streamer or mod will need to confirm the outcome within 24 hours. Yeah, whatever. Will this work? I think they call it predictions. Yeah, because gambling is bad. Can I predict? I predict it will. Oh, they won't allow me to. I think it's going to work. And remember, working is going to be the fact that when I use this tool in disconnection mode, that it clears all the information off the block. Off the Nexus block, not necessarily the block at the other end. Off the Nexus block. So there we go. Gonna trust the man who... Code doesn't lie. I know it's my confidence. I'm feeling confident. Mouse over the highest bet to see... All right. So, let's give it a try. You know what? I'm going to shut down the game. We need a clean slate. I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to just wash my face here a little bit. There we go. I think your confidence is misplaced. I'm confident that it's going to do something. It's got to work. Oh my good vibes, oh no! Okay, and I'm going to set up a new thing for this. It's going to be new, right? Here we go. This is our test. We got this. We got this. I can link them. Boop, right? We see it. Now if I go into disconnect mode, I'm kind of nervous. No! It did not work! Oh no, it didn't work at all. Wait, but Look at this. Look at this. It's got my gobbledygook. I have my hearts, right? So it's doing the heart, and it's doing 3. So it's probably this 3 right here. I should probably name this 2. And then it's getting into the block. It's getting into the packet. So we were close. Code doesn't lie. That damn code! Alright, how do I pay out? / prediction? Is that how we do it? Alright, choose outcome. It was no. It was no. Alright. Okay. At least we know we had a little fun. Damn it, I was hoping that would work. Alright. Let's look at the message. So it got to here, it got to station 1, and it didn't get past? Really? I call bull crap on that. Oh, I needed to send remove station, not remove nexus. Try this. I don't want to talk about it. Because I'm removing the stations from the nexus. And now we have to get the X, Y, and Z here. Did you know that all along? Severed Skulls, did you know? Don't ever, if I'm overconfident in something, don't ever believe me. Trust broken. Shit's still not working. Although, oh, it's still not getting in. Still not. Although it's not. Let's comment that out. Comment that out. So remove station, right? Let's take a look at the message here for remove station. It's this right here. We make sure it's the block station generic, right? So that pertains to everything. And then we go into the nexus. Oh. I could rewrite this a little differently. I had just looked at my code. Get rid of all that crap. I think we just need to send this one packet because I'm already doing the checks. Nope. Oh, it's because I'm trying to get the XYZ position. All right, you know what? I was overzealous with it. There we go. Put it back. I repeat. Wait. Let me. I mean, I totally get the point of not prematurely optimizing all these parameters, reusing variables over and over, not writing methods to handle this duplicate code is significantly contributing to all this confusion. That, and if you had a dictionary, you wouldn't need to repeat the code. You would just get the hash and send it with the new key again. Oh, you know what? I'll accept the Raz. I know that I'm not the most elegant when it's coming to this, but god damn it, I have results. Look at what you could do. Hold on. When the game's not crashed. Just look at what you can do when the game's not crashed. Oh man, that's good. That's good. It's blaspheme. I'm kind of curious here. Oh, what exactly we're getting stopped on here. I'm gonna send this station. I just kind of want to see what it's like if I swap these. Yeah. I'm curious. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna build. Curious. Let's go back into our test world. He's so daring. How he confidently rams into that wall repeatedly. All right. Disconnection mode. Yeah, it doesn't even get through anymore. Oh, wait. Connection mode, right? So I can do this as many times. We need to put a block on that. Disconnection mode. See, station equals 1, so it's still getting... Still not quite right. Sounds good. All right, looks like it is time for the gym. Man, don't have a lot of time to hydrate. Wait a minute. So if we go to the gym now... Okay, yeah, looks like I gotta go to the gym. I lost track of time. Let's find someone to raid. I gotta get better. You know, Severed Skulls, the whole reason why I don't use a lot of dictionaries is because I don't use them often. So I'm not as comfortable with dictionaries than just the brute force code. If you got any suggestions, hit me up on Discord. I'm all about optimizing, right? Making it easier for me to do things. I will take any suggestions. Let's pull up Twitch. Who do we have playing the game? Vintage Story. See if we can find someone new. Well, Winter, what is this? Winter Survival, The Joy of Chainmail. Interesting. You know what? I haven't rated this person before. The chainmail is what got me. The chainmail. Wait, they speak English, right? Okay, good. They speak English. Exclamation raid. Any suggestions? You know what? Not from you, Bernardo. You just want to see this whole thing blow up. It's just C# version of hash map. Wait, dictionaries, right? That's what you're referring to. Dictionaries! I'm the same way. I stay in my comfort zone because I don't understand all the edge cases and issues that can come about. Yeah, so, I mean, I just have to... you know what? You know what I'll do? Because I'm not going to turn off my computer. I'll do C# dictionaries. I mean, I've made a dictionary before. I just don't make them often. Yeah, because you get the string, right? Which is your key, and then whatever the value is. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. All right, exclamation. Wait, I did exclamation raid / raid. Let's see what this chainmail thing is all about. Oh, and I'm gonna copy my thing. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. We have made some progress here. If I break this, it deregisters. I'm gonna change it from mana to essence. This works with like we have our rune system down, right? Which is gonna be cool because I'm gonna have it to where you can do certain spells on the ground with this chalk. See, there we go. See, now it's multiplied by 10. Right, so I got some of the basic systems in to be able to put things and build in the world and then have it affect certain blocks. So I'm gonna have a field day with this. This will eventually be a multi-block. I have to make my own multi-block because the game it refers to it as a monolith, which is weird. So I got to come up with my own Nexus multi-block. But you know, small steps, right? But have a good one, everyone. Thanks everyone for stopping in. And I may live stream a little later tonight. It's going to be 7:30 Eastern time, between 7:30 and 8 Eastern time. And we will continue either that or I'll find a live streamer and, you know, just work on the code. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.